Good afternoon, this is Troy Norcross with Blockchain Rookies. It's the 2nd of July, 2019. It's been just about enough time since the original Libra announcement that it's time that Blockchain Rookies weighs in and gives our interpretation as to what is Libra all about. I'm going to go through about 10 different points here that I think you'll find very interesting that are different from the majority of what you may be reading. And let's start off with the first one. The first one is Libra is not a Facebook cryptocurrency. Let me say that again. Libra is not a Facebook cryptocurrency. Libra belongs to the Libra Association. Today, the Libra Association has 28 founding members. They're hoping to have 100 members in total before the Libra currency actually goes live. Yes, Libra was Facebook's brainchild, and yes, Facebook developed a number of pieces of the platform underneath. But at the end of the day, Facebook does not own Libra. The Libra Association, based in Switzerland, owns the Libra cryptocurrency. So it's just really not fair to say the Facebook cryptocurrency, no matter how easy it is to say in the media and how easy it is for some people to understand that Libra is a Facebook coin. It's not. Libra belongs to the Libra Association. And this becomes really important. It becomes really important at the end of this video when I explain to you exactly what Facebook is doing and where Facebook does indeed have a vested interest. People keep asking me, is Libra a blockchain or is it not a blockchain? Well, you can talk about it in a variety of different ways to define a blockchain in a particular way. You can say that blockchain is indeed one of a family of technologies called distributed ledger technology. You could talk about permissioned blockchains, permissionless blockchains. You could talk about, hash graphs. You could talk about a bunch of different things. But at the end of the day, the people who really care are the consumers. And they don't care about what blockchain technology is used, or if it's DLT, or if it's permissioned or permissionless. What they care about is, can we trust it? Can we trust the Libra cryptocurrency to actually do what it says it will do? Can it be a safe medium of exchange? Will it indeed hold my currency safely and allow me to transact securely? And the question that has to come back to, is the Libra Association and their underlying tech stack something that consumers believe they can trust? And I believe the answer will come back with a resounding yes. The technology that's been developed is indeed solid, even though it's new, and it will indeed be tested to within an inch of its life. So I do believe that the Libra cryptocurrency platform will be safe and secure regardless of what label you put on it. We talk about cryptocurrencies and we talk about a special subset of cryptocurrencies called stable coins. They are stable in that their price does not wildly fluctuate like traditional cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. They are stable typically because they are pegged or backed by an underlying asset. In the case of the Libra cryptocurrency, there's the Libra Reserve. Each of those 28 founding members had to contribute $10 million towards the Libra Reserve. When they get to 100 members, each of those additional members will also put in $10 million. That will become the basis for the Libra Reserve. The Libra Reserve will then be used to purchase a variety of government-backed debt, government bonds, and other instruments from multiple countries, from multiple jurisdictions. And by having a basket of financial instruments like that, it will indeed be far more stable. It'll be more stable than traditional cryptocurrencies for sure, and it'll be more stable than any single fiat currency. If it was the case that Libra was backed by the US dollar, which it's not, then there's a possibility that it would actually be extending the monetary supply of US dollars. And let me tell you, the Fed looks upon that very unfavorably, because then you're screwing around with not just money, but you're screwing around with their monetary supply and their monetary policy. This is another reason why the Libra Reserve is created as a multi-jurisdictional, multi-country basket of assets. They don't want to fall afoul of any individual country's monetary supply or monetary policy. You could consider that to be an esoteric point about economic theory, but it's an important thing to understand. The Libra is not backed by the US dollar. It is backed by the Libra Reserve, which is filled with a variety of multi-country, multi-jurisdictional bonds and government debt. Now, having said that, the next thing you've got to figure out is, well, how do I get Libra? Well, you've got to buy Libra. And buying Libra means there will indeed be an exchange rate. There will be an exchange rate between Libra and the pound, between Libra and the euro, between Libra and the dollar. And those will indeed fluctuate in the same way that when you go to the travel exchange and you want to exchange dollars for yen, There is indeed an exchange rate, and it does indeed vary based on time of year and a variety of other factors. So those exchange rates will still be there, and the Libra will be more stable than some, but there will indeed be some fluctuation in the exchange rate between fiat currencies, fiat being currencies backed by a government like dollars or pounds or yen or francs, and the Libra. So those are the kind of things that you have to kind of think about. I should also like to point out that when you do an exchange, there's typically an exchange fee. It doesn't actually happen for free. Either you get a bad exchange rate or you pay a fee to be able to convert dollars to euros. The same will happen when you convert dollars to Libra. There will indeed be a fee. At the end of the day, this is good for Libra because they don't want you taking the money in and out and in and out. What they want you to do is buy Libra and then spend your Libra with other merchants in the Libra system to send your Libra to your friends, to your family, and to your coworkers. Once it's out of fiat currency and into Libra, they want it to stay there. It turns out that what we're really talking about here is establishing a new global currency called Libra, and the Libra Association is acting in the role of a central bank. So that's the really scary aspect of what the Libra Association is indeed doing. But that's where we are with regard to the Libra currency and how it's backed and how you exchange. When it comes to the Bitcoin blockchain, we talk a lot about transparency, and what does transparency actually mean in the Bitcoin blockchain? It means that everyone can see all transactions. They're all available for everyone to be able to see. We also talk about this word pseudonymous. Pseudonymous means pseudo-anonymous. Every transaction has an identifier of the wallet it came from and the wallet it went to and the amount of Bitcoin that was transferred. But it's an identifier, it's not an identity. An identity would be my name, my email address, my phone number, something that anchors the identity to me. And so even though all of those transactions are visible, you can see all of the wallets, unless you know that that wallet belongs to a specific individual or to a specific corporate entity, you really don't know the identity. According to my understanding of the Libra platform, it is again pseudonymous. All transactions are visible to everybody. They are only available at the identifier label, not at the identity level. There's another whole aspect of this that I'll talk about at the end of this video that does indeed talk about identities and the importance of those identities. Some people have asked the question, if it's a cryptocurrency and there are fluctuations in the cryptocurrency, am I going to be taxed in the event that I buy and sell Libra and it goes up or it goes down? I don't believe so. I believe that the taxation will indeed be attributed to Libra in the same way it's attributed to euros or to other currencies. If you're buying and selling currencies as a way to make money and you're actually doing it as part of foreign exchange trading, then yes, I do believe there will be tax. If you're just doing it, buying and selling it for your own personal use, I believe it'll be treated like you went down to the Travelex store and you bought euros, and at the end of the trip you sold some euros back. I believe that's the way it'll be treated, and the fluctuations in those prices I do not believe will be taxable events. Every individual country, every jurisdiction will have their own assessment of that, but that's the one that makes the most sense. One thing we talk about Bitcoin is that it can only do 3 to 7 transactions per second. The Ethereum network today can only do 15 to 20 transactions per second. According to the Libra white paper, the target is that it will be able to do 1,000 transactions per second. Now yes, that's less than the Visa network, which can do somewhere around 20,000 transactions per second or 60,000 messages per second, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be an incapable currency of doing all the things that it needs to be able to do. I also believe the technology that's being used to develop the Libra platform will allow for growth and expansion to meet the needs of the Libra community and those that are buying and selling and transacting with Libra. It may be 1,000 transactions per second today, but it's going to be able to grow and expand. It's a little bit like what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Whether it's a DLT, permissioned or permissionless blockchain, the consumers won't care. The fact that it's a cryptocurrency, I also believe consumers won't care. They'll simply ask you, how many Libra should I send you? Or how many Libra is that? The ability for them to understand what is a blockchain and that it's a cryptocurrency will indeed fade away. I've said it many times, the best technology is indeed invisible to the consumer, and I think that's going to be the really great bit about the Libra, is it will be another form of digital currency that in this case, instead of being backed by a bank and a banking system, will be backed by a blockchain technology underpinning it and the Libra Association. But the ideas of Libra cryptocurrency and Libra blockchain will fade away relatively quickly once you get mass adoption. I was also at the Blockchain Business Summit last week, and one of the discussions we were having was, well, obviously Google will have their own coin and Apple will have their own coin, and I don't believe that to be the case at all. I think that at this point in time, Google and Apple will actually embrace Libra. They will eventually even join the Libra Association. I think there's no point in them coming up with their own individual cryptocurrency. The regulatory scrutiny that Facebook is going to go under and the Libra Association will undergo is phenomenal. And I don't think there's any particular value in Google or Apple having their own cryptocurrency. There's another thing they will be doing, and I'll talk about that next. So we're down to the last point, and the last point's one that's fairly important that you actually get your head around. So we're down to the last point, and the last point, as far as I'm concerned, is the major one. Like any good magician, Libra and the Libra Association is misdirection. Pay attention to Libra, pay attention to Libra blockchain, talk about Libra, Libra, Libra. The real value for Facebook is in a wholly owned subsidiary called Calibra. Calibra is the wholly owned subsidiary for Facebook that provides the wallet. The wallet is the user interface that allows you to receive, to send, to spend, and to convert Libra. Now, in order for it to be compliant with all banking regulations in all jurisdictions, Calibra will hold the information called KYC and KYB, know your customer and know your business. Calibra will become a de facto global identity platform. It will have the identities of 70 million advertisers, 90 million small businesses, and 2.5 billion people. That's what the power of Calibra will have. And yes, it transacts in Libra coin today, and yes, it could easily be extended to Bitcoin, Ether, and any other cryptocurrency. But at that point, Calibra is watching and has full visibility of every single transaction across all networks with identity. It's not pseudonymous, it's not anonymous. Calibra will see everything. Never forget that Facebook is indeed a data company. They use their data to filter and to refine and to sell attention. They don't sell your data, to be clear on that. Watch another video for that. They sell your attention. But Facebook is a data company. How does this play into the other remark I made about Google and Apple? Google and Apple won't make their own coin, but they will make their own Libra wallet that extends to being a cryptocurrency wallet. So Google Pay will be extended to include Libra. Apple Pay will be extended to include Libra. WeChat, Alibaba, will be extended to have their own Libra wallet with their own series and sets of jurisdictionally compliant identity. I don't think that Netflix is going to do it. But one more, Amazon. Yes, Amazon should have their own wallet. If Google, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, WeChat, and Alibaba are all running Libra wallets, and they are all KYC and KYB compliant, they are all indeed global identity platforms. The real play here is identity, and once you have identity, you connect it to data. So Libra and the Libra Association and the Libra cryptocurrency, they're indeed a very interesting advancement in technology, in society, in monetary spending, in all of those different things. And Libra Association is indeed forming itself to act like a central bank. But the real play is Calibra. The real play is in data. The real play is in identity. My name's Troy Norcross. I'm co-founder of Blockchain Rookies. Today is the 2nd of July, 2019, and I'm coming to you from Athens, Greece.